Hi, Cheryl. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Fibre Friends podcast. I'm Louise from Flowerable.
Good morning, Louise. I'm Cheryl from My Needle Crafts.
Cheryl, it is Saturday. It's the weekend. It's still lace knitting.
Still,
I know. Thank goodness, because I just started a brand new project.
I started a new project. I started 2 new projects.
Did you? Are they lace?
Yes, one I started last weekend.
Yes.
I can't remember if I showed it or just showed the yarn, or if I just had the start.
I can't remember.
My socks.
I can't remember. You had the toe. You had the toe done, I think, when we were podcasting.
Yeah.
And then you did the fun color work part while we were away.
I did. And now next is the lace, which I haven't actually technically started yet, but
you're this close. Okay.
It's the next row.
Oh, that's so exciting. So exciting. So everybody knows that last weekend we were at the retreat because we podcasted from the retreat house with our live audience. So
yes.
That was so fun. So we've got yarn shopping to talk about. We can tell a little bit about, our retreat. There wasn't, other than yarn shopping, there wasn't too much to talk about the retreat because we sat and we knit and we ate.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It was a relaxing weekend, which was the whole point of it. So, okay, let's talk a little bit about the challenge. So we are almost at the end of May.
Yes, we have till Wednesday. This coming Wednesday is the 31st.
So finish up your projects this weekend, get them in the Ravelry thread. That's where we draw the prizes from. So we'll draw next Saturday for the lace projects. So I'm excited. I haven't actually looked in the Ravelry thread in a while, so I've really no idea what's in there. So it's going to be exciting. I always like going through there, get lots of inspiration. But okay, do you want to, and we should say right off the bat, we figured out last week that June is going to be another Get Her Done month.
Get her done.
Everybody
we all have languishing projects. I still have my top when did we do sweaters? In February? So I started a top in February, and then I ripped the entire thing out. It was almost completely finished.
Yes.
And then I started a new one. So I have that to finish. I'm going to work on my lace socks and get those finished. My color work / lace socks. Get those done. I'm trying to think. Oh, my Alaska hat. It is on the list for Get Her Done.
All right.
I'm almost done the color work. There can't be, really.
No, because then you're at the decreases.
Exactly.
You've got the hard part done. Not the hard part, but the exciting. All right. Yeah. So you're cool. Okay. So those are good projects because your sweater, I know, is almost done. The Alaska hat's almost done. And then your socks.
Yeah. My top's getting there. I brought it out to show today because it actually looks like something now.
Does it? Okay. Let's show your lace socks first. Let's do our actual challenge projects for the month.
I have another lace project to show too.
What? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay, yeah.
Pine siskin socks. I forget. Sorry. Someone in the group tagged me in this pattern. Carly Perrins knits. Carly Perrins, yeah, is the designer. And these are on Ravelry. There, if you scroll back somewhere in the Fibre Friends Friday Night Knitting Facebook group, the pattern is linked there somewhere. So I think last week I showed the yarn, which is this beautiful one of a kind from Debbie of the Loving Path. It's like a kind of caramely, reminds me of a latte, seriously. with little pops of color.
It is really, really pretty. Really
And this
pretty.
is my contrast, which is I believe a Lion brand Sockies or whatever. It's wool with like an 80-20 or a 75-25, I think. Excuse me, I got a little frog. Anyways, so I think I might have had the toe started when we podcast last Saturday. I don't even remember now.
It's so hard to know what was Saturday, when we chat middle of the week, when we were away. I think you had the toe started.
I remember last Saturday working on these and remember, oh yeah, you can have, well, you'll have the color work done by dinner time.
Yes, you were very optimistic, but
I think it was like 7 or 8 o'clock.
But you got it done. You got it done. That's the main
I did. So
Yeah,
there's my little birdie.
Isn't it so cute?
And then this is the sole, because you have to do the color work in the round. So
I think a whole sock done in the sole pattern would be fun.
Oh my goodness, that would just be, it is pretty, but that would take forever.
Yeah, well,
And it would definitely be a lot tighter. I didn't go up a needle size or anything because like it's on the toe. So it doesn't really matter if it's that tight. I have kind of skinny feet, so.
You have skinny toes, okay.
You can kind of see where my floats are a little bit, but I really don't care.
Well, and you're holding it right up to our face, so you can just see it. But it just think of it as blue sky poking through. No,
I thought it was pretty cute. See my little birdie?
You can't tell. It looks lovely.
My 29-year-old son, he smiles and said, "Mhm."
Oh, wow.
Every time I show him my crosswork, he's, oh, that's nice. He's so supportive.
What a nice boy he is. Young man.
Yes, my young man.
Young man. Oh, they get so old so quick. Amazing. That looks so lovely. And the colors go so well together.
I know, I love it. The yarn has just little bits of blue. You can see some of them in here. So I pulled.
That was amazing that you had both those in your stash.
Well, I pulled the skein out and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Because I wanted something that was kind of, a little more subtle for the main color. And I looked at it and I'm like, I know I have a blue that's like that exact color, because I remember when I did those socks. So I knew there had to be some somewhere. So yeah, that it worked out good. So next is the lace. And it's like fairly basic. There's a little chart on the back, which you showed me how I'm supposed to do it. And then.
But now here's the $1 million question. Are you going to follow the chart, or are you going to follow the written?
I don't know. We'll see.
I
don't think there is a written on this.
Oh, isn't there? You have to do for this one?
No, I think that's why I remember I said to you that crap, there's no written instructions for the chart or for the lace. And I'm like, oh no.
Okay, well, let's say hi. I can see everybody in the chat. We haven't said hi to you, but I can see there's lots of people here gathering, sitting and knitting and enjoying their Saturday morning with us. So in the chat.
I forgot all about the chat. I didn't even pull it up. What is wrong with me?
There's Trish, there's Mark, there's Nita, there's Marianne. Marianne says it's super hot in Manitoba, another 30-degree day.
Yeah, they're having a big heat wave.
Your mom's here, Trudy, Joanne.
My mom?
Your mom, yeah.
My mom's up north at the French River. That's where I'm heading as soon as we're done here.
Well, she is here in the chat, so she must
I can't believe she's not out fishing. Like, what the heck?
Maybe it's windy.
I doubt it.
It's just because she loves you and wants to.
Hi, Mom. I'm going to see you soon.
Anyway, what was I going to say? What was I totally got confused. What were we talking about? Oh, the link
about in the chat.
In the chat. So you guys, I mean, because I was kind of trying to persuade Cheryl to knit the lace from the chart, because it's really, chart knitting's not that hard once you start doing it.
No,
So
I got it now. I got it.
you got it? Okay. But I know. So now
Although the other project I started has a chart and written instructions, and I'm following the written instructions.
following the written, but it is true. It's hard to break away from like what you've always done to try something new. I always find that with like continental knitting, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna knit the next project continental, and then I just always revert back to knitting English style. So it's hard to change, but so I'm just curious, what does everybody else do? Do you prefer written or do you prefer chart? I'm curious because I find chart knitting much easier. But I do remember when I first learned how to read a cable chart, I felt totally intimidated, especially those cable sign, like they look all, I don't know, funny or something. But
Yeah.
But yeah, once I learned to knit from the chart, I like never went back to the written.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. Yeah, I mean I don't know. Just something new.
And I think that lace will be pretty easy. I think once you get going, you'll be able to read your stitches and pretty much know where you are.
It's not geez, I lost my page already.
Uh-oh. So those are gonna be fun. The color work on there is stunning. So once you add a little bit of lace in there, that's gonna be fun. And you like something that holds your attention while you're knitting your sock. You don't
A little bit, yep.
stockinette. So I think these will be right up your alley.
Yeah. It's 8 rows, so
Yeah.
then there's I think so you're supposed to do the chart of lace on the front and back of the sock, but I think I'm only gonna do it on the front.
You're gonna, well, that's fair.
I
That'll
think.
make it,
We'll see.
but see, that exactly fits your knitting guidelines, because I remember when you did the Rambling Friends socks, you're like, oh my gosh, this is like way too much lace. Or, the pattern, like you had to really read every row kind of thing. And so this, I think, yeah, doing it all the way around might be not as enjoyable. So that makes total sense.
Packed and ready to go.
Oh, so what's Marianne said, you're all set. Oh, that's your, okay. I think, let's see. Oh, hi, Anne. Good morning, such pretty socks, enjoying the bag. Oh, you got the bag. Yes, that was the new fancy one. Oh, your mom's
Yeah, that worked out so well.
Maybe your mom said she's just getting ready to go out fishing, so maybe she'll have you'll have a fish supper tonight.
Oh, no. They catch and release. The only time we'll keep fish is when I go fishing.
Okay. Gotcha.
Later.
Okay.
In a few days, maybe.
Well, that's good. Hi, Linnell. Linnell says she's a chart knitter. Jude says, okay, I like this. How Jude says, she says, I like both. It depends on the pattern and where my brain is.
Well, that's how I feel about it.
Well, and sometimes I think if there's something, like if you ever question the chart, or if there happens to be a mistake in the chart, it's kind of nice to have the written there as well. Then you can compare if you need to. Mark said, oh, I do both, but starting to enjoy chart more. There you go. Good. Anyways, good stuff. Okay. Do you want to see my new lace project?
Yep.
Okay.
Then I'll show you my new lace project, because that's not it.
I know. I'm excited to see what you're. Okay. So this is my lace. I have lace, you guys.
Oh, is that top?
That is the top.
Oh my.
This is the sleeve. Don't panic. It's not the top or anything.
You're definitely wearing a tank top under that.
Oh, yes. Well.
Nice. Oh, yeah. So is that knit sideways?
It's knit sideways. So this is the start. So this, my cast on edge is the cuff. I guess this is going to be the right arm. So this is my cuff.
Is there so
I know there's a story with this.
I'm confused.
Yeah, well, join the club. I'm not confused anymore because we figured it out Wednesday night because I knew there was a mistake in the pattern, which I knew because
Where's that garter row? Where's that garter edge go?
This parallel goes on the top, so it's going to be
So
like
that'll be where your seam is.
yeah, the seam. So it's knit in two pieces. So it's knit sleeve, then you increase for the body, knit the body, decrease, and do the other sleeve, and do that twice.
Okay.
So you've got a front and a back, and this wider band. Yeah, you're exactly right. Goes down here.
So you'll have a nice detail down this top.
Down
Nice.
the top. Yeah. But there was a mistake in the pattern. Like I tell you, especially magazines, I am not.
Well, so you had to go searching, right? Who found the errata for it?
Mark did. Because when I went to pull up it and the site had crashed, but maybe it was because she and I were both accessing it at the same time. So that's about, so this was, I think we showed this. This is the pattern, the book that also has the capelet in it that we talked about last week. So this is an old Simply Knitting magazine. I think it was 2012, March of 2012. And I saw that sweater on the front. I thought, oh, that is really cute. Well, yes, it is going to be cute, but I've had to I'm knitting it sideways. I debated whether I should just knit it bottom up and add sleeves on it, but then I thought, no, we'll go.
Knit it according to the pattern. You can do it, Louise. I know
Yes.
it's hard to follow somebody else.
I know. I find it so much easier just to write the pattern myself than to try to decipher what somebody else is trying to say, especially when there's a mistake in it. But yeah, because I started doing my gauge swatch because I wasn't sure what needle size I wanted to do. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, my stitch count is way off. And so they, in the 4-row repeat, they had forgotten to do a double decrease, and I'm also not entirely sure if even that the errata was correct, because, and maybe it's just I haven't knit the body, but I don't know if you can tell from on there because I know there's a bit of a glare.
You think it looks different?
But to me, it looks like, well, to me, it looks like the lace is going diagonal. Like, see, like, I don't know, maybe it's that, maybe I'll see it more when I don't know. Anyways, it's fine. Whenever it is, I figured it out. Oh, this is what I've got. So I like it. I like this lace pattern. So I'm not entirely sure that this is exactly the way the lace is supposed to go on that. Do you see it? See, I just see, I see the solid.
I know, but I can see a diagonal as well.
Yeah, there is.
The other way. Yeah, there.
Yeah. And maybe that's fine. But anyways, I like how it looks. So I'm just
kick my dog's butt.
I'm just going to keep going with it. I did have to change like the numbers and everything because you know, when you think of a sleeve, you think like, oh, your first thought is, right, you're going to pull it around and you're going to join it, but it's not, right? Like this is the whole depth of the sleeve. So when you hold this up kind of on the top of your arm, it's going to be a really deep bell sleeve. And they wanted it to be, according to gauge and stitch count, it was going to be like 14 inches. I know, right? So I don't know. So I cast on way fewer stitches. I kind of figured out it. So this is going to be about 7 inches deep, 7.5. Anyways, I'm just going to keep going with it. But the lace is really fun to knit. It's only 4 rows. Yeah, it's only 4 rows. I have not really messed it up. I have a couple of times, but I've just been able to go back and knit the row and see where I forgot a yarn over. Or sometimes I think where I'm missing is it's a knit one, knit, or a slip one, knit 2 together, pass the slip stitch over. And I think a couple of times I've forgotten to pass the slip stitch over. So when you come back on the next row, it's you've got like this extra yarn over-y looking thing. So I think that's what I've forgotten a couple of times, but it's been easy to fix. So I'm just going to keep working on this weekend, and I should knit really quick. I'm knitting it on 6 millimeter or 6.5. I think they're 6. So 6 millimeter chunky yarn. It's gonna be quick. Now that I got all the little kinks sorted out, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm going to be ready to start doing some of the shaping right shortly.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Can't wait to wear it. So let's oh, hi Catherine. It's going to be a great layering piece. Yes, exactly. I can't wait. I think it'll be perfect. I actually have something coming up in a couple of weeks that I'm hoping to wear it too. So have to get it knit quick.
A couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna finish?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'm
So
gonna remember that.
It'll be perfect timing. I've got it started right now. I hope we can get a good chunk of it done this weekend, and then I can finish it up for June and get her done and then wear it. That's my plan.
You go. I'm cheering you. Woo,
Yep.
woo, woo.
Yep, that's my plan. All right, so let's see this other lace project of yours.
The other lace project of mine.
Yeah.
Can you guess what it is?
Yes. I think, does everybody know that project?
I started it finally. I've been talking about it for like forever.
So that's your love note.
It is.
Hi, Katie.
It is. It is.
So,
it is.
all right. So this will get us in, because we can talk about our new yarn that we got last weekend too.
Yes. We will talk about the new yarn.
My new yarn story is happy. I think Cheryl's is not.
I want to love it, and I'm disappointed. Okay. We went shopping last weekend, and I only bought one kind of yarn, and I bought it in 2 colors. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam. So yeah, you had this yarn came in really pretty colors. It
is get out of the bag. It's not for you. So it's this beautiful, like dark, like I don't even know what you call that.
Eggplant.
It's like a cranberry, purpley, maybe eggplant. Yeah.
It's really
it's got all kinds of little tweety bits in it.
Mm-hmm.
This is supposed to be a DK yarn. At very best, it's a heavy fingering.
That's
at very best. Look, what is this? What is this evil? The end. Have you ever? The end was just sticking out.
Well, that was lucky.
When does that ever happen?
Not very often.
Okay, I had to pull on it just to make sure it wasn't from, like, you know, sometimes they'll wrap and go through.
Yeah, the outside goes in. Well, because so your whole thing with the love note was you only wanted to knit it with one strand. You didn't want
it's DK. It calls for a fingering held with a mohair. I did not want to do that. I just wanted to knit it out of a nice DK yarn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. And it's got lots of nice texture, and it's got little tweety bits. And so this yarn is Italian, made in Italy, and it is Millie, and I can't pronounce that because I'm not Italian, but
I know.
Borgo di Passi, just makes me think of pizza when I look at that.
I know.
Anyway.
You better read Kate. You better read Katie's comment.
Who, what? Katie?
Read
Hi, I'm
Katie.
late to the party.
Nope, nope. Next
Oh,
one. Down,
did you
down,
do a
down.
swatch and block? No. I'm hoping it blooms a lot, but we'll see because it's 50% wool, 25 acrylic, 25 polyester. And honestly, this yarn, and I know you can't see it, but it is like it looks like it's felted. You know what I mean? Like do you not see that when you look at it closely? It looks sort of like felted and
Yeah, yeah.
like the
I've
wool
got
is, I don't know.
yarn. It's
Sorry.
oh, look at that. I got mine. I didn't have to pull out much either. I know. So I've got the same color in brown, and Trish bought it in the navy,
And I got green as well.
and that's a dark forest green. Yeah, I know, because it is nice. Like the tweed. It's rusticy though, right? Like I wasn't sure if it would be too rusticy for you.
It's funny because the green is really soft
Mm-hmm.
and the green actually looks thicker. This green yarn looks like DK. Like all the green. It's nice and heavy, looks like a DK. And it's softer. And the purple is a little more kind of rusticy and thinner.
Yeah, mine is definitely on the rusticy and thinner. Like,
yeah. So I should have knit the love note in the green.
Well, you could restart it. Okay, so Tammy says, Tammy says, do it. I think that means swatching. She said, I've been surprised by bloom and then measured, and double surprised by shrinkage.
Yeah, I know.
So there you go.
I don't care.
You had two very smart knitters.
I don't care.
Okay.
So I started out, the called for needles on the love note is a 6 millimeter. So clearly a very loose drapey fabric.
Mm-hmm.
I always, ever, it doesn't matter what I knit, I have to go down one needle size. So I cast it on with a 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
With the measurements for, so the love note is kind of really forgiving. You can do anywhere from like 2 or 3 inches of positive ease up to 10 inches of positive ease is acceptable in the pattern when you choose your size. So I chose the large, which gave me about 4 inches of positive ease, and that sounded, you know, how I like a fit.
Mm-hmm.
I cast it on in the 5.5 instead of a 6, and it was just like the fabric was, I might as well just thrown on a mesh bag. Like it was really, really loose, open, and I did not like it at all. So I ripped it out and I went down to a 5 millimeter and I went up one size in the pattern.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if anything, it's not going to be too small by any means. So if it shrinks a little bit, I'm okay with it. Hopefully it'll bloom a bit. And so I've done one complete repeat. One complete repeat of the lace.
Let's see. Ooh, la,
and
la.
like, look how open this is. Like you can't even see anything.
Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, it is.
It is very loosey-goosey.
But you're happy with it?
It's acceptable.
Okay.
That's what I mean. I'm not in love with it.
But will you wear it if you're not in love with it?
I think it'll be okay over top of like a tank top or something.
Mhm.
And it'll be more of a summer, I think. You know what I mean? Like a nicer weather throw on.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm hoping it blooms.
Well, yeah, let's hope. Let's hope.
I don't think it's going to be as bad as it looks when I hold it up.
No, I think that's, I mean, you can your lace pattern. So that's the biggest thing, right? If your stockinette was too loose and can't really differentiate between it and the lace, that's the problem. So you can. And
Yeah,
if you're happy with it, then yep, carry on.
well, I'm not in love with it, but
The
I'm
color
gonna
is
keep
beautiful.
it's so hard to tell because it's all scrunched up on a small, a smaller needle.
Yep.
And I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay, we'll keep going.
I'm not mad at it. I knit the whole other top and ripped the whole thing out. So
Okay, so you're gonna keep going on this. So where is the other one? Do we get to see how far you are on it now?
it's right here.
Ooh. Yeah, Katie, I agree. The purple's really nice. Like that
It
purple that
is
you're
so
wearing.
pretty.
It is. It's such a deep, deep purple. I'm not even a purple person, and I really liked it. The colors of this yarn were really nice because Trish got the really like deep, deep navy. It was really pretty. I could have bought all of that yarn.
It reminded me of a dark denim.
Mhm.
Like the other thing is like I only have 3 balls of green and I got 4 balls of,
Oh yeah, so you'd have an extra for the
so I don't, that's all there was, right? And like I could probably sneak out a love note with the 3 balls.
Mhm.
If I hate the other one, I can switch and do it out of the green because it is definitely thicker.
That's crazy, isn't it?
But
Hmm. Well, okay, well,
I really want the purple to work though, because I like it.
the color is stunning.
Hope you're glitching.
have to say, oh, oh, oh,
I
yeah,
didn't hear a word you said.
there. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was just saying about the color. The color is completely your color. So
Yeah,
like
I
that,
love it.
that
So
purple. Yeah. But well, wait and see. I want to know how Trish, because Trish cast on hers while we were at the retreat Saturday.
oh no, she
She
didn't
cast
cast
on
it on
her
at the retreat.
navy.
For love
She cast
note.
her. No. Her yarn. She was working on a love note, but
Oh,
she
she
started
started
her
the
navy, I
capelet.
think. Mm-hmm. So, which will be interesting because this is much finer yarn than the capelet called for. It'll
Oh,
just take,
much.
yeah, so it'll have to be just like a try on as you go and do a lot more of the raglan increases to get the shape, the
Yeah.
size. But, ooh, look at that. That's coming along nice.
It looks really big, but I think it's okay. When I laid it out and I measured it, the measurement is right. So
Well, when you tried it on before, it was fine. So,
yeah.
yeah, that looks
So
great. And you're getting there?
I'm
How
getting
many
there.
more inches?
Now you can really see the construction of the
Oh,
words are like not
like
in my
your
brain this
the
morning.
raglan and then the sleeve.
The ribbing of the sleeve is part of the yoke,
Mm-hmm.
as I was talking about before, and then you basically just join in the round. under the sleeve, and away you go. Very, very simple construction. I
Nice.
love this one. So
It looks good. I can't wait to see you actually wearing it.
just
Oh,
knitting round and round and round. I don't even know how many inches I've got right now, but I'm gonna go till I'm done the ball of yarn I have. So it's the old Lori sweater tee.
and
It's on Ravelry.
Trish bought yarn to actually make that sweater too, didn't she?
She did. She did when we were at Linda's Craftique. She got yarn, and then I made a knit picks order, and she ordered yarn from there to make 2 of them. So,
Well, it's nice.
I mean, to make a second one.
Yeah, because it's just like a perfect knitted
Yeah.
t-shirt, right? For summer.
I love it.
Fall. I mean, you can wear that any time of year.
I'm going to make a second one. I found cotton yarn upstairs.
Perfect. Oh, Mary said Mary ripped out your love note. And then she made a plain top, like what you've got. Had yours complete, wore it once, wasn't very comfortable in. Well, yeah, and you have to like it. So,
I'm curious, in what way were you uncomfortable in it? Like the fit, or because I'm planning to do the regular length. I don't want it cropped. The size that I'm doing calls for 2.5 repeats of the lace pattern, and I'm only going to do the 2 and then knit 10 rows plain, because I don't want the lace right down over my bust. I just want that, section.
Well, is it going camping with you?
Yeah.
Love note?
I'm taking a lot of stuff. My uncle's like, when are you going to do all that crafty crap? He says, we'll be fishing the whole time you're here. Like, well, I might just stay back for a day at the cabin and relax and enjoy some sunshine.
That's right.
I love fishing, but I don't have to fish every day, all day long.
It's all about balance.
That's right.
A little of this, a little of that.
It's my holiday.
That's right. Gotta do what makes you happy. Oh, okay. Well, I'm excited to see how the love note progresses and what your final verdict. If you like it, if you rip it out.
I want to have one.
I know.
It didn't look good on me.
It's just the color's so pretty, but oh, Mary, I don't know about that.
You're too old for cuteness. Come on.
Never.
Nobody's too old for cuteness.
No.
But it is a cute sweater.
But if it just wasn't the right pattern for you, then you did the right thing, Mary. Use that
absolutely
yarn and just make something that you do feel comfortable in. Exactly. Well, okay, we're all gonna have sweaters here. I'm excited for this. So what else? So that was the 2 colors of yarn that you got. Did you buy any other yarn, or it was just you bought yarn for 2 projects? You were very well behaved.
I was on a budget. I behaved myself. I only bought yarn for things that
you had projects
I knew I was going to make. And
that way.
But I did order from Knit Picks, remember?
Yes, I do.
Because I have plans. So let's talk about Linda's Craftique.
Okay, well, maybe we should finish with the knitting basket, because that's where the Millie yarn
yes
from. So I bought the Millie yarn. I bought 4 balls of this as well, thinking that I would do the capelet, even though knowing that the yardage or like the size is wrong. I don't know. I just liked it. Maybe I'll use it for something else. I don't know. I just really, really liked it. So I had to buy it. And while we were there, I also bought 3 balls of this yarn. So this here, actually, really thinking about it, this is what I should make the capelet out of it that we talked about last week. This is a King Cole Forest, and it is an Aran weight. Which I think it is. It looks Aran, or I mean, it looks worsted to me. I don't know if it's Aran or not, but and it's just a dark gray. There was a really nice off-white, but Alyssa scooped it up to make her wrap out of what she's gonna do, because it was nice too. So this is nice. Really wearable, dark gray. I mean, you can never go wrong with that, right? It'll look good with jeans. You can wear it with anything. So I like it. So, and it feels nice. It's not as rusticy as the Millie is. So anyway, so the knitting basket, this was the first year we had gone the knitting. That's been there for 10 years, which it's exciting. We saw it was a very busy little shop. She has a shop in the basement of her house, and there was people
in the
coming
back.
and going. It was yeah, it was really nice. She's got a nice garden, so it was a very nice feel getting there and walking through the garden to get down in.
Oh, she got beautiful gardens.
Yeah, yep. And she was lovely, very, very chit-chatty, very, very friendly. And then we were looking at all the yarn because she had a nice range of yarn. Like she had some of the more economical yarn, and then she had right up to some really pretty hand-dyed sock yarn. So she said she tries to keep a good range of everything. And so we saw yarn there from Songbird Fibre, and we're like, oh, we know Vicky. And she's like, oh, she's like, I love Vicky. And she's had Vicky up there. She does, did she say a Christmas luncheon or something?
Oh, I missed all that. I didn't even see Vicky's yarn.
Oh yeah, it was on that kind of right by her seating area with the fireplace and or the wood stove. And so yeah, so she said she's had Vicky up there twice. At Christmas time, the general store where we ate, she said she had a get together there, and then the Hockley Valley Inn, I think she said, is where they did last year's. And she said she had Vicky come, I think, to like vend and sell yarn one year. And she said one year Vicky actually spoke at the event. So yeah, we all agreed Vicky is lovely and wonderful. And so anyway, yeah, so that was fun.
I didn't see her.
I know, because you're going to make another quick stop on the way to. I know you'll have to fill us all in about the Fergus Fibre Fest.
I will.
If I could drive, I would probably have made the drive up there, but maybe next year. So anyways, the knitting basket, it was a really nice little shop, and we'll probably go back, I would think, when we're back at the retreat house again. It was a fun stop. So then, of course, we went to Linda's Craftique because it's a lovely shop. We had to bypass Wool and Silk this time because they were closed because their whole entire staff had gone to Knit City Montreal. So that was fun for them. We missed out on that.
Oh, frozen again.
So, okay. So,
there you go.
Okay.
You're good. So you're back.
I'm back. Okay. So take it away with Linda's Craftique.
Okay. Now I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Okay. So you guys were trying.
So she has an amazing amount of samples in her shop. Like, just like, you walk around and you look at all these beautiful sweaters and tops and shawls, like everywhere you go. You know, to me, that's the best way to sell yarn. I'll just be very frank about it, because you see it and it looks gorgeous and you can see what it looks like knit up. And and the samples that she has are current, and a lot of trending items like on Ravelry and whatnot. You know, it's what people are knitting. And then she has a whole thing in the back where she's selling off her samples, like knit beautiful sweaters and whatnot. Our friend Alyssa bought a beautiful hooded cabled sweater. Oh my God, so gorgeous. Beautiful. So jelly. And anyways, there was a knit up sample of Joji Locatelli's long cabled sweater adventurous, and it was in an emerald green and it was stunning, and I fell in love with it the second I saw it. Alyssa put it on and I was like, I need to have that. But I also was not going to spend hundreds of dollars on hand dyed yarn because it takes a lot,
Because
a
it's
lot of yarn.
long and cabled.
Yeah, it was over 2,000 and some odd yarn or yards just for like I wear a large. So
Yeah, it was beautiful.
so yeah, so after we got back to the retreat house, thinking, what could I knit it in that would be economical and still look stunning? And then I got looking on Knit Picks. I forget who said Knit Picks, but
Yeah, somebody suggested last Saturday. They said take a look at Nitpicks, and
so I did. So I ordered some wool of the Andes worsted in, I forget what the color is, but it's a beautiful green tonal with bits of like emerald and dark forest green and whatnot. So it's going to be lovely.
nice.
So that's coming. I don't know what the rest of you got there. And I know Louise has a whole pile of yarn that she got at Linda's Craftique. So I'll let you
I'll show my
talk
yarn.
about that if you want.
Sure. Yeah, I wasn't really sure. I knew I wanted sweater quantities. So, and at the knitting basket, I bought those two, and they were for projects. One was yeah, they were for projects. So I did pretty good. I was looking for yarn for, so the yarn I just showed you, my lacy top, I bought that at Linda's Crafty. I was looking for yarn for this top and needed a chunky weight yarn. And yeah, I wasn't really sure what I was looking for, but when I saw these balls, I was like, ooh, I really, really liked this. So I'll show you one here. They're large balls. They're 200-gram balls. Yeah, 256 meters. So there it is. And it's spray. So it is, yeah, I'm loving these. This is like one of
It's
those
beautiful yarn.
And so this is one of these like core spun yarns again, where it's got the center and then it's yeah, so it's not spun. You guys know what I mean, I think, right? Probably. But it's yeah, it's really nice. I'm really liking knitting with this type of yarn. It's really soft. So this is 55% merino superwash and acrylic and nylon. So it is knitting up. It's lovely, lovely, lovely. I like the colors, this kind of bluey gray. So I bought that for my top. And then I saw all of this yarn. I was still thinking chunky, I guess. And I bought a bunch of this yarn. So it's a Stell Echo Tweed Chunky. Has anybody knit with this? Or has anybody seen any of the spray? Monday night when I showed the spray, somebody said that they had a couple balls in their stash but hadn't knit with it yet.
I love the way it's tonal. So it flows between like the really light gray and then it goes into a bit darker. And yeah it's beautiful.
Yeah, and there again, she had a sweater knit actually in this colorway. And it was really, really, really nice. The sweater design was really nice too. So anyways, I got a bunch of these colors, a bunch. Well, not like a huge, well, possibly enough for a sweater. Rosa leaf, I think this is. And so this stuff, so yeah, I don't know. It's nice. It's not super, super soft, but she did say that it softens as you wash it. And then there's, I think this is maroon.
That's my color.
Yeah, no. And then there's
that one too.
Natural. I always look at this one, think oatmeal, but I think it's called natural. This one
Oh,
Aqua.
another one in my color.
Yeah. Denim, I think this one is, yes, denim. Just a nice blue. I think this is probably charcoal. Medium gray. And then of course, I did get the yellow.
Some gold.
It's gold. There was an orange that I did not get. There was a few more colors there that I didn't get. Because I thought, I can't buy them all.
Really?
So,
Did you just say I can't buy them all?
yeah. I know.
I do believe last year you had regret because you bought stuff and you bought multiple colors. And then when we were back, you were like, I should have got them all.
Yeah. And then we went back on the Sunday on our way home and I picked up more colors. I know.
You did.
I did not do that this time because I thought I can't do that 2 years in a row.
So I have to show you guys something very funny because after we got back on Saturday from yarn shopping, I think Louise spent the entire almost rest of the time we were at the retreat house till like Sunday after lunch at the table, looking at magazines and staring at all her new yarn, contemplating and you could tell she was just thinking and looking at it more and looking at it more. Anyways, I have to show you.
Oh no, do you take a picture?
This is Louise at the table with all her yarn spread out in front of her.
My yarn makes me happy. I don't even have to knit with it, and
Looking
it
at
brings
all
me joy.
her yarn.
It was fun. All the possibility. So
It was fun.
All these colors of Echo Tweed, I think I'm going to make those into a sweater as well.
So I have to share a couple other pictures. Sorry, I don't mean to cut in on your yarn discussing.
Oh, the puppies.
This is Summer and Dyson, and they are the greeters at the door when you come to Linda's Craftique.
That is such a good picture. Look at them both.
They are so amazing. They're waiting for the next customers.
They are really great dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great weekend. I mean, the weather was good. It was kind of rainy and cool one day, but I mean, when you're sitting inside knitting all the time, there's
This is Linda's Craftique.
Yeah, it's a beautiful store.
It's a beautiful store.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely had a good week. A weekend. I mean, there's a lot of people were posting pictures on Instagram that they were off in Knit City, Montreal, which would have been fantastic. Oh, and by the way, does anybody get the Knit City emails? Next May, they're coming to Toronto. End of May, the Knit City is in Toronto, and then 2025, they're back in Montreal, they said. So,
well, maybe we'll have to go to Toronto next year.
Already on my calendar. Don't quote me on the date, but I think May 17th to the 19th. Oh, that was at lunch. Yeah, with the moose. That was fun.
We're twinsies.
Yeah, look at you girls in your same sweaters.
That was at the general store in Rosemont.
What a great restaurant. It was just like you would never have thought they would have had such amazing food.
It was fun.
It was good. Oh yeah. We had fun.
We did. I won't show any more pictures.
Yeah, we had lots. It was good.
Yes, Mark, Toronto is way closer.
So, yeah,
that'll be a driving road trip, though, not a take the train and knit all day road trip. But that's okay.
That's drivable. So we'll have to start. We'll have to start planning for that one shortly. Get our rooms booked. Anyway, yeah, so we had a great weekend, lots of yarn shopping and food. Oh my gosh, we had so many baked goods and yummy food. We've got our weekend down, like pretty much. We know
Yeah,
exactly what we need. And yeah, it was fantastic just to get away with friends and sit and knit and
yeah. And we got a book next year.
yeah, do it all again. So
So
we'll
I
have
have one. Go
I was
ahead.
I was just gonna say we'll have to make sure, well, we, as in me, have to make sure that I knit my yarn from this year's shopping trip before we go back next year.
I haven't knit last year's yarn yet.
I know, me either. So that's why I thought would definitely have to knit at least some of it to justify buying more, right? Have to
Yeah,
get some done.
I
And
did knit one yarn I bought at Wool and Silk, and that was the color changing ball, and I did that. I think it was an Estelle yarn,
yes,
and I knit the
the
shawl,
shawl. Yep.
the wrap.
Yep.
I found it the other day. It's still in the bag. It's still in the project bag. I still have to put the tassels on the end and block it and stuff. I should do that before fall.
That
But
finishing stuff always catches us up, doesn't it?
I know I'm terrible at it. Speaking of finishes, I have one.
Ooh. Knitting or stitching? Oh, your little stitch North. Oh, how fun is that?
That is the only stitching I've done in a week and a half.
Oh my. You you
I
must be
brought it. I brought that up to the retreat with us, and that's the only stitching I did. So Darling and Whimsy Designs and Brennan Needle. This was a freebie. The chart and the fabric and a skein of floss and a needle was in the corner of the fabric, and everything. It was all in one of those little clam pouch, those little pocket cardboard pocket pouches,
Oh yeah.
all in there together in our swag bags. So
Oh,
yeah,
fun.
so I
And fun.
finished up. It's so cute.
That is very cute.
So excuse my ring marks. I'm going to I might just finish it as a little pillow finish or something. I haven't
Sweet.
decided. So anyway, yeah, that was it.
Good
That's
stuff.
all I got.
That's it. Well,
So I'll let you know by next week how my
hi Stephanie.
love notes going.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be really curious to see.
I don't hate it. So
Okay,
the
well
light in here is terrible, but
and that's good. Well,
I'm hoping
carry
it'll
on
bloom a
with
little
it.
bit.
Carry on with it then. And I guess worst case, you pull it out again.
Yeah, I think it's
And then,
gonna
like
be, it might be a little big. Maybe I can wash it in warm water and it'll
well,
shrink a little bit.
um,
What?
you're killing me.
Why?
Why don't you just slide it on extra, like get another circular needle and then just try it on?
It's really hard to gauge because the neckband isn't on it. Like you start with a provisional cast on.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be way down anyways, and then I don't
But
know.
you'll get an idea though.
That's okay. I'll do that after I get done my 2 rows. I got 10 one more repeat of the pattern to do, the lace.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the 10 rows or the 5 rows that are supposed to be the half a pattern repeat, and I'll see where I am at that point.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
Well, I'll update you next week.
All right. I'm going to be sitting on the edge of my chair waiting.
I'll either rip it all out by next week, or I'll leave it and show you before I rip it out.
Okay, well let's just hope that it's going to be wonderful and you're going to carry on. You're going to love it. You're going to try it on. It's going to be perfect, and you're going to come back next week and go, "Wait, oh my gosh, I absolutely love it now. I was worried for nothing. It's fantastic."
I'm not worried. I'm just knitting. I don't care. If it's not right, then it's not right. I can use the yarn for something else if it's not going to work out.
That's right. Exactly.
Because I love the yarn. I'm disappointed that it's not,
Yeah, it's not
know,
heavier like like, yeah.
not working how I wanted it for this project.
All right. Well, hopefully it'll still work out all right. Fingers crossed. All right. We'll all be patiently waiting for next Saturday. Will have to be next Saturday's whole episode will be Cheryl's update on her love note.
There you go. Well, Sam, I hope your appointment goes good. You can always watch it later when you get home.
Oh, yes. Appointment for the wrist. Yeah, you've been waiting a long time for that. That'll be good. All right. Well, we shall wrap up because I know it's Saturday morning. Everybody else is probably going to go out and enjoy the nice weather. Marianne, I hope you're not melting in 30 degrees. You're sending that weather to us in a couple of days. It's going to get pretty hot here. So I'm going to go. We had a risk of frost the last like 3 nights.
Not last night.
No, I guess last night was a little warmer.
Yeah. The 2 nights before that was cold.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and pack my truck. I have all my fishing gear in the living room. I have the big suitcase out, not the small one. I got the big suitcase out. I got to put all my projects, my knitting and stuff in there. Get it in the truck. And then I'm going for an adventure.
Have fun. You'll have to send us pictures of you knitting, around the campfire.
My knitting along the French River.
Yes.
Yeah. I got have about a 5-hour drive ahead of me with a pit stop. So I'm hoping to be there by supper time.
Perfect. All right. Well, my most exciting pictures knitting are going to be me sitting with on my patio with some flowers in a pot. I mean, that's my only adventure. So, and you were you're doing that little pit stop at Fergus Fibre Festival.
I'm going to stop in Fergus and say hello to Dawn and Heather from Timber Yarns. And yeah, good. Have a little look-see and see what it's all about.
Yeah, I saw Dawn is going to have her
crank.
Yeah. There. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun for people to see that. She'll be able to.
She's going to make me want one even more.
I know, right? All right, fill us all in. I can't wait. I'm already looking forward to next Saturday. You can fill us all in on the Fergus Fibre Fest sweater update. See how your week is away. So,
and you should have your top at least half done by then.
Yeah, let's hope. Yes. And then we'll draw winners and we'll be on the Get Her Done challenge. It's going to be exciting.
Here comes the lawnmower. Hold on. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
You'll hear that. Marianne, I will give her a hug for you.
Yeah, say hi to them for me too. Hopefully they'll be having a great day up there. The weather's good, so should be tons of people around. All right, well, everybody, we're gonna head out. So everybody have a fun weekend, whatever you're doing. If you're going away or if you're just hanging out at home like me, hopefully everybody gets lots of knitting time in and enjoy the nice weather.